right, beloveds, this is Chakra Wanda. Thank you for coming in. Hey, hey, Maze. So, guys, thank you for those that did tune in at 4 p.m. I actually think that the recording, my show came on a few minutes earlier, but thank God I have the replay. Hey, how are you? Hey, everybody, how are you? So, let's just go ahead and get this recorded so that I can have this documented. This is Chakra Wanda. I'm the host of Spiritual Life Garden Radio. Blessings to each and every one of you. And this will be broadcasted here on Periscope. This video will also be uploaded to YouTube. Hey, YouTube followers, please subscribe and share. Share this out. This will also, the actual live version with music will go on to my Anchor podcast channel. You can also go to my website at chakrawanda.weebly.com, and there are links there to all of my platforms, the Periscope, the live radio station, as well as the podcast. And so you can listen to replays from the first show. So here is Season 1, Episode 2. Thank you so much for joining me. Let's get started. Thank you for tuning in to WDRB Media, the voice of the community, the only station giving you double the information and inspiration. You're listening to Spiritual Life Garden. And this is your host, Chakra Wanda. Hey, you guys, how's it been? I hope you enjoyed the first show. I'm grateful to have the opportunity to be here again. So, cozy up. Get you a cup, a little bit of tea, a little bit of water, whatever. Next time when it's time for the show, want to make yourself comfortable. You know, light a candle or something like that. Burn a little bit of sage. Okay? Get comfortable, right? So I want to share with you, the latest thing that I have been working on. So, we're coming into a new year, 2020. And that's interesting, 2020, right? Isn't that what they use when you're going to the eye doctor for perfect vision? I'm all about the numbers. I'm going to tell you about the vibration. Numbers are everything. I'm going to actually have to look that up. 2020. All right? So look. And when I came into the year of 2019, the end of 2018, I began to feel some kind of way. No, it was 2017. That's what it was. I began to feel some kind of way. Now, see, I'm an empty nester, right? Now, I know y'all say, what? What's she talking about? Well, energetically, I feel like I'm still in my 30s. But physically, my birthday says I was turning 60. So I was starting to trip a little bit. And, I found myself being very busy with a lot of things. One of the things you'll learn about me, I'm a multi-creative, all right? Multipreneur. I'm going to have a show about multi-creative because there's nothing wrong with being multi-creative, right? Some of us are engineered that way. I'm wired that way. But I was beginning to do a lot of things. I was creating jewelry. I was live streaming on other platforms. I was busy signing up for classes, And then I noticed that the time was coming and my birthday was coming. I was like, oh my God, I was starting to feel a little panic for some reason. So I had to sit myself down. And what I did, I prayed about that thing. And I asked Spirit, okay, I'm feeling a little panic here. Kids are gone. I'm by myself. I keep myself busy with my work. What's that all about? And immediately I got a vision. Yes, I'm one of them, y'all. I got a vision. And Spirit showed me a picture of a lake. And you know how the ducks be gliding on the lake? Well, Spirit showed me what's happening underneath that. The duck is paddling like crazy. Okay? paddling like crazy, but smooth on the top, gliding. And what I got from that was, what's really happening below the surface? What's happening below the surface of where you are right now? I need you to get quiet. And so I did. I pulled out my journals and I dedicated time daily. This was in the December of 2017. No, December. Yeah, it was. I was approaching my 60th, so this year is not. What is this? 2019. I turned 60. 2018. So yeah, it was 2017 as I was approaching the year of my 60th. And I really felt a strong pulling to get quiet. So I began to dedicate time for prayer, meditation, and visioning. And when I journal, I do it as if I'm writing letters to Creator, right? Now here's something that you may not have heard before. You know how you journal? And some of you may take this as a tip for practice. You journal as if you're writing a letter to the Creator, right? Whichever way, whatever flows for you. But you put the pen down, you get quiet, you close your eyes, you tap into your heart, and then you pick that pen up and start writing as if Spirit is writing to you. Yeah, right. Your mind gonna get in the way and make you think that it's something imaginary, but I'm telling you, when you start writing, just write out. Dear beloved, you are so loved. You know, your life is so precious. I have so much in store. Just keep writing as if Spirit is writing to you. If you have a child, you know how much you love your child. You know how much if that child came to you, you would comfort them, right? So I began having this dialogue back and forth. And I was instructed to stop, to either cancel and stop or complete projects. I was doing too much. To focus only on 3 creative expressions. And one of the major ones was continue to do my jewelry work. I love working with crystals and gemstones and making pendants. So I would focus on that, because that's that physical energy that needed to come out and come through. But then dedicated time for journaling and prayer and visioning. And of course going to work. I'll share a little bit more about what I do 9 to 5. But those 3 things, basically that's it. And I wasn't pulled. I didn't respond to when people said, can you do this for me? Can you? I would say no. I would chill. And for months I was in that space. I only did 3 things. The prayer work, the journaling, creating, and my 9 to 5. And what came from that, I became refreshed and much more clear. And then I began to hear, what is it that you want to experience? What is it that you want to see for yourself as you're approaching your 60s? Now look, some of y'all nowhere near 60. You may be in your 20s, you may be in your 30s, you may be in your 40s, but here's the deal. We still, at the core of who we are spiritual beings. We're spirit, period. When it's time for us to transition out of the vessels, we're still spirit. I have a young spirit, a young energy. So I look in the mirror, love yourself. Receive it as is. But you're living, you have such richness to give in your living. So I said, Spirit said, what do you want to do? And I like water. I said, you know what? I want to experience being around more water. And I'd like to experience traveling. I am a sound healer as well. And I hope to share some of that with you. I play these instruments called angel harps, and I do guided meditation. When my birthday came, and then January came into the new year, and I hit 60, beginning of this year, I was on a cruise ship in March to Mexico. I'm doing my sound healing with a group of women. It was a spiritual self-care retreat. I got invited, all expenses paid. I'm traveling now. By May, I was traveling again to California, doing more sound healing. People asking me to go places. Not too long ago, I took myself to the beach, did a self-retreat there. It was okay to do that, but I had the freedom and the flexibility. But I had to go back into that quiet space, right? That's what spiritual life gardening is all about. Preparing for 2020 now. It's time to do that again. And I hope to share that with some of my close sacred friends to do the visioning. The work is all about life visioning. That's a technique and a process in itself. Life visioning is something that I learned. I am a life visioning facilitator. It's a program that was developed by Dr. Michael Beckwith. If you ever heard of him, if you haven't, he was the gentleman that had the locks in the movie The Secret. And it's all about these 5 main questions. The questions are, the first question is, what is the highest possibility? This is a powerful question for anything that you're considering right now in your life. Is it changing careers? Is it dealing with any type of relationship? Is it dealing with finances? When you put these questions out there to the universe, it's not for you to figure out an answer. You just ask the question, what is the highest possibility? So as I come into 2020, I'm asking the question, what is the highest possibility for my life for 2020, right? I can ask the question, what is the highest possibility for my spiritual life garden show here, right? Then the next question is, and then what happens is when you ask the questions, you're to sit quietly in receptivity. Not meditation, just quiet. You may get a vision, you may get a sense, right? Maybe you take that question into your whole week, and what you do is pay attention to the synchronicities and the things that show up. Yeah, that's how I run my businesses, my massage practice and my salon. I just kept asking the question, what's the highest possibility for this idea? Then the next question is, what must I become in order for that idea to manifest? That's a powerful question. Some things that might come to you is, I must become more confident. I must become more committed. I must become more disciplined. And then the third question is, what must I release in order for that idea to manifest? Oh my gosh. When I do these questionings, like on one-on-one with people or in small groups, that question right there, afterwards, the time of quiet contemplation is pretty long. And also the energy in the room is pretty thick, because that question of what you must release, you got to get real with it if you have the courage. And then the fourth question is, what must I embrace? A new way of seeing, a new way of, considering an idea. Life visioning. There's a fifth question, and that is there anything else? And these questions can be asked over and over again. You can use this as a personal journaling exercise. You can use this for anything, any area of life. But that's where I am now, is asking those questions for 2020. I'm just beginning that journey. And I hope to be more clear when January 1 comes. Taking the time to do that particular work. What are you ready for? Let me ask you again. What is the highest possibility? Again, you're planting the seed, asking Spirit. What must you become in order for that idea to manifest? What must you release? What must you embrace? And is there anything Okay, we're going to go to the rest of this. Bear with me while I bring that up. Welcome back, beloveds. This is Chakra Wanda with Spiritual Life Garden here on WDRB Radio. All right. So, you've done a little bit of work, right? Asking those life visioning questions. I've talked to you about coming and getting prepared for 2020, right? Now, when it comes to living a spiritual life and working your life garden, you must have tools. And there's a couple of tools that I want to talk to you about. One is a tool that comes from within the earth, within the depths of God's creation. And that tool is working with crystals and gemstones. Crystals, right? I want to introduce you to one particular crystal. Each week I hope to introduce you to a crystal of the week. So the crystal of the week that I want to introduce you to is the clear quartz crystal. And I'm going to show my audience, for those that see it video. This is the clear quartz crystal. So the clear quartz crystal is I'm going to share some data with you. First of all, the clear quartz crystal is considered a master healer crystal. It's an extremely popular metaphysically